This is CodeWalker. I'm going to show you another neat thing you can do here. So let's take a look at this file. This file looks fairly simple, fairly straightforward, but actually, if we were to look at how it's actually laid out and what it's doing, you would see this. So this is a series of calls, function calls. They're calling into each other, and each of those is calling into each other, etc. And if we wanted to know exactly everything, like if I wanted to just look at this and I was wondering what's actually happening here, like where does it start, where does it update, that kind of thing, that wouldn't be very easy to figure out unless I read through the code. But here, I can go in here and go to filters and go to usage, and it will show me that actually there are only two public functions, and that would be this first one up here, which is a start, and then the one underneath it, which is a trigger manually. And so knowing that, just that right off the top, tells me a lot about how this code's actually going to work. But then if I wanted to know why a particular class variable, let's say, let's do last caller, why last caller is being set wrong somewhere, let's just open up the variables and see. So we're going to click on the eyeball next to last caller, and you can see that it's being set all over the place. So from there, let's say that I knew for a fact that my function f was being called by function d, then that would only happen at this branch right here, right? So I could go in here and look and see, okay, function d calling to function f, wait, it's actually being called up here also. So that's not quite going to work for me either. And the easy way to do that would be to open the search feature here and type function d. And that would show me all of the places where function d is being called. But there, there's another way to get to that same thing. I could go in here to function d itself, and I can click on the context menu, and I can say search for this. And it's going to do exactly the same thing that we just saw. It's just going to automate that search for me. So I can see here in this little jumble that clearly function d is being called all over the place from different things. I would like to see only the places where it's being called now. So I can open up the toggle code visibility and click that. And I'm going to reset this a little bit and click this. There we go. Actually, we already know function d is there, so we don't need to see that. We're going to open up variables and click on the eyeball again to have it reset the eye on that. And since we told it to only show those functions, it's not going to show us the variables being set there. But if we wanted to, we could then go in here to this one, say expand one level, expand a level, and expand a level down here. Again, this would give us more of an idea of exactly where that function's being called. And so this is, between these tools, the search feature and the variables feature, it's very easy to narrow down exactly where something is happening and what caused it to happen. Remember, the plus means it's being set there. So that's how you would figure out why your last caller is incorrect here. And if you found out that it was specifically happening in this function, at this function call here at the very end, then you could go up a few levels. So you go to here and you could say, expand all. Okay, and then reset your variable, and you'll see that it's actually being called in 3 different places. So it could be that function A is setting it here, which it is, and maybe when you're setting it here or you're reading it somewhere else, it's not right. You would know then to look there, or you'd know that it was being set somewhere else also, right after you finished setting it yourself. So that's how you use that feature, and I hope it's useful to you. That is CodeWalker.